YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we are on here talking about Baddies East episode 12 and episode 13. I'm gonna do this I'm gonna do 2 episodes this video. The next video I honestly don't know, because guess what, I'm winging it. Okay, let's get into episode 12. The episode starts off with the rest of Sapphire versus Smiley. I mean, that fight really wasn't giving to me personally. I mean, it just seemed like they bear hugged the most of the fight. But yeah, they got the rapping. That's how it happened. T and DJ Sky arrive to the house. E.T. tells Tasiki that she hurt her feelings by mocking her when she was trying to make amends with Krishan. Tasiki explains that she was just trying to have her sister's back, but they ended up falling out, so they ended up hugging it out. Anna addresses Sky and asks her why did she put her hands on her. Anna says that if Sky doesn't apologize, that she will swing on her. Sky apologizes and the beef is seemingly squashed. Yeah, I was confused by their beef anyway, so I'm glad y'all dapped it up because it didn't even make sense. Natalie asks Scotty if she wants to apologize. Scotty asks to who. Scotty and Anna start arguing and they go into another room to talk. Biggie addresses Rolly and says she doesn't understand why they have a problem. So in the middle, after Scotty and Anna went to go talk, Biggie is like, Rolly, I don't understand why we have a problem, and they get into their little disagreement. Rolly says that she was just trying to tell Biggie to get her lick back. Anna and Scotty throw stuff at each other. The camera pans back to Rolly and Biggie. They're going back and forth. Biggie says that Rolly told her that she wanted to hear how she moans.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Baby, when she said that, I said, what? And then everybody just skimmed past it like she didn't say that. Rolly, was you trying to get in her drawers? Was you trying to get in them drawers, girl? Rolly says she doesn't want to be cool with Biggie anymore. Biggie starts going on a tangent about being a replacement and the treatment that she's been getting this season. Biggie and Sky bicker and Sky dropped her bag and told Biggie to stop yelling at her. So at this point, Biggie is just bumping her gums. Now, get your grievances out, okay? You can say how you feel. You are more than welcome to say how you feel. But at some point, when are you going to sit down and shut up? Because Biggie just, I get where she was coming from, though. I feel like Biggie just feels played with for being a replacement. But I would have never came back. If I'm an original on one season, I'm not coming back as a replacement on the next. I feel like that is disrespectful. And I feel like that really is a slap in the face. So I get how she feels on that. But you're just going on a tangent. Sit your ass down. E.T. stands up and tells Biggie to sit down and be quiet because she's tired of hearing her. E.T. pushes Biggie. They argue back and forth. Biggie, you should have knocked her head off her goddamn shoulders. I'm sorry. I always tell people. Now, this is just me. This is just me personally. I let people talk and I let people say and do what they want to do. But if you put your hands on me, I will forget who you are to me. And I really mean that. I don't care who it is. Family, friends, Mother Teresa. I don't give a damn. You put your hands on me, I'm going to do you like I never knew you. Okay? Ooh, that rhymed. I'm going to do you like I never knew you. Okay? And that's why I just be like, I don't understand how y'all be letting people put their hands on y'all. Smiley and Natalie are on FaceTime. Scotty and Mariah walk in the room, and Smiley asks Mariah where her chain is. Mariah tells her that her sister has it, and that she'll see her later. I would have gave it to my sister too. Camila asked Smiley why was she acting like a when it came time to fight. Camila was calling Smiley out to her face, and she said some real shit. I fast forward because it was just all the ladies talking. Basically, you know how they do those scenes where everybody's sitting around talking about the same shit. Scenes that we don't need, you know, filler scenes, basically. In the van on the way to the meet and greet, Natalie is asking Smiley for a hoodie. The ladies arrive at the next club. E.T. gets into an argument with the fan. The fan was telling her she should know who he is. The fan says Big Biggie. So, like, he basically kind of, like, moved her out the way. Like, basically, like, girl, get on. Like, I'm here for Biggie. And I do feel like that was rude. And I feel like that was definitely fangirling. Like, it's not that deep. Like, we all have our favorites on the show. But to, like, knock her upside the head with a phone just to get, like, a picture of Biggie. Like, I just feel like, boy, Mariah's sister walks in the club and she runs up on Smiley. The episode ends. So that's why Smiley's ass was asking for a goddamn hood in the van, because she knew that Mariah's sister was going to be at the club. So she wanted to be prepared. That's why she did that. But yeah, Mariah's sister walked in and they got the rapping, and that's how it happened. Okay, so my end notes for episode 12. I feel like the incident with E.T. and the fan was exaggerated by E.T. From what we seen, the guy didn't hit her. He reached over her. Since he was a fan of Biggie, I felt like E.T. just assumed that Biggie sent him. Also, E.T. and Rolly are close, and Rolly could have told her that Biggie set up Stunner last season. So I feel like the situation wasn't necessarily that deep, but being that Rolly and E.T. are close, we don't know what Rolly could have told her about the stuff that Biggie was doing last season. And I did hear a lot of people saying, especially last season, like Biggie sent girls from auditions and basically kind of set Stun up. I don't blame E.T. for assuming that it was Biggie, but at the end of the day, that really could have been just a fan. And the fan even came out and said, Biggie ain't sent me there, I'm really just a fan of her. So it just, I don't know why she assumed that. Like, you can't be saying that somebody set you up without having no actual proof. And plus two, if somebody really set you up, the fan would have did way more than just like swipe past your head or whatever you say he did. They're going to set you up to get your ass whooped, not for nobody to reach over you with a phone. That don't even make sense. Tasiki had me cracking up when she was putting her stuff down while talking to E.T. That cracked me up. I don't know why it cracked me up, but like, Duke up. Like, that's one of them situations where it's like, did she just put her bag down? Like, what? Like, they was talking and she said, okay. She said, because I'm just not getting, I'm like, oh. When Biggie says that Rolly says she wanted to hear her moan, that just threw me off. What the? It was a little uncalled for E.T. to push Biggie, especially because Biggie wasn't talking to her. I get why Biggie was venting about how she feels, but I think that Biggie just over-explained. She goes on a tangent about it, and you never know. Everybody could have been irritated and wanted to end the scene. And that's something, too, because from what a lot of people say about Zeus, the scenes are run along. It's like they just run and run and run, and it's just like, when is it going to end? Like, everybody has to be on the same page. So if everybody's ready for the scene to end and you're still talking, they're still going to film, and we're not going to be able to leave. So sit your ass down. Sit your ass down so we can all leave. That's why I couldn't go on no reality TV show. First of all, I don't like people. And then to be in a house filled with women, no ma'am. No ma'am. Okay, let's get into Baddies East episode 13. The episode starts off with the rest of Smiley and Mariah's sister Victoria fighting. Security let them square up again. After they fought, the ladies go back to partying. Girl, they must have fought in the club, and security cleared the space out. They fought and then they went back to party. And I said, hey, that's how it should be. Anna, Sky, and Camila are sitting outside talking about the houses being so divided. Anna says how Smiley only wants to fight the little girls. Camila says she doesn't like how Smiley plays victim. E.T. and Rolly are talking, and E.T. explains what happened when they arrived at the club. E.T. says that she's going to confront Biggie. Sky and Natalie are on FaceTime, and they're talking about Smiley and how they should have had a sit down. Natalie, Scotty, Rolly, Mariah, E.T., and Sapphire are talking about Victoria and Smiley's fight. Rolly tells Mariah that when her and Smiley were talking after the fight, Smiley told her that she was having Mariah's family followed. And honestly, I wouldn't put it past Smiley saying some stuff like that. Smiley throws rocks and hides her hands. And then she already says she's in touch with the black market and that she can get anybody's numbers and all this. Wow. And didn't she say she was a scammer? Girl, you probably did have her family followed home. I wouldn't put it past you. E.T. says that she's going to address Biggie for bringing a guy to hit her. Rolly says that Biggie bought out girls from auditions for Stunner. Rolly also says she's giving Smiley and Biggie evictions. So at this point, the general consensus in the house is nobody likes Smiley and Biggie. So they crafted up some eviction notices or whatever. And I just feel like that was lame. I'm sorry, it was just lame to me. Like, y'all are too grown for that. Like, now Biggie and Smiley both get on my nerves. But to be sitting around crafting up eviction notes and all that, girl, you have entirely too much time on your hands. All the ladies arrive at the house. Mariah runs up on Smiley. Smiley is copping a plea saying she wants the beef to be done. Mariah says she'll never be cool with Smiley. And I don't blame her. Look, I'm a Cancer, baby. I hold grudges. Mariah's not perfect in this situation, But trying to say you're gonna have somebody's family follow, like you and her sister already duped it out, like, and then you're standing here saying that you don't want a problem, but just a couple hours before that, you was having her family follow. Do you want to beef with her or not? What is it? Smiley apologizes and says she wants to dead it. Then she walks off. Suki arrives at the house. E.T. asks Biggie why did she have a man hit her in the head. Biggie looks confused and says that she doesn't have a problem with her and that she doesn't know the guy. In E.T.'s confessional, she says the guy said that Biggie sent her. Again, that's not what we saw or heard. E.T. swings on Biggie and snatches her wig. Rolly gives Biggie her eviction notice. E.T. asks Camila to confirm if the guy hit her. Camila says she doesn't remember, but she remembers the guy reaching over her. Biggie just kept trying to over-explain, and I feel like that's what made her look guilty. I feel like Biggie should have swung on her first. I ain't gonna lie, because she did push her the day before that. I don't know who's watching this video, okay? Because this is on my heart, this is on my spirit. Don't let nobody put their hands on you. Period. Suki was trying to mediate the situation. Rolly tells Biggie she's evicted. E.T. runs upstairs and packs Biggie's stuff. Biggie swings on E.T. and the episode ends. Girl, if I was Biggie, this is why I don't put myself in these situations, because I'm not mentally right for these kind of situations. Biggie, I'm sorry. I know you don't be want to fight females. I know you don't want to put your hands on people, but her touching your stuff, I would have drop kicked that bitch halfway across the goddamn room. And then for production to allow her to touch your stuff, I would have swung on Zeus. I would have swung on the Zeus team too. Everybody would have been getting swung on. Okay, so my end notes for episode 13 is E.T.'s story was definitely exaggerated. The fan did not curse at her from what we saw. I could see where she would have thought Biggie sent that guy, but she could have asked instead of assuming. And her story, like, because you know, I watched the episode one time, like just sitting here chilling, and then I rewatch it to do my notes. So I pick up on different stuff when I watch it the second time around. And the first time around, I'm like, damn, Biggie probably did send somebody, you know what I'm saying? But when I watched it the second time around, E.T.'s story kept changing. It kept being added more stuff into it. And from what we saw, that man did not hit her, nor did he curse at her, nor did he physically do anything really to her. Like, don't get me wrong, I get where she could have assumed Biggie sent this man. But to be going around saying that Biggie sent somebody for you and you don't know for sure, I just feel like you really wanted a problem with Biggie because Rolly has a problem with Biggie. I don't feel like Biggie should have been given an eviction notice, but Smiley definitely should have left. All right, YouTube, that was it for this video. This video gonna be quick. I'm so proud of myself. But all right, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. I created a Cash App with the same profile picture that I have on here if you would like to donate to my channel. But all right, thank you guys for watching. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, bitch.